be filled with the Spirit. Let's be filled with the Spirit. Well, what does that mean? In Ephesians, Paul says, don't do this, but do this. Don't be this way, but be this way. So he says, do not be intoxicated with wine wherein is excess. But what was the alternative? Be filled with the Spirit, singing, speaking to one another in psalms, hymns, and spiritual songs, singing and making melody in your heart. Why in the world did Paul compare singing and being filled with the Spirit with being drunk on alcohol? Interestingly enough, the results can be similar between intoxication and singing in the Spirit. Music is used in healthcare to promote physical and psychological well-being. Clinical applications of music continue to expand. More and more studies are being advanced to understand the biological mechanisms by which music influences health and to explore the neurochemistry and social flow of group singing. For example, group singing has been shown to increase oxytocin and elicit positive emotional states. On our 10,000-mile musicianary journey, those 2 months earlier this year, I talked with a brother, Thomas Wilson, who shared this material with me, and he wrote a blog that just blew me away. And I want to read an excerpt from that. When we consider the reasons that so many people are indulging and enjoying alcohol, singing might at first seem to be a strange alternative. But in recent years, science has begun catching up with what musicians have known all along. Singing is good for us. But why does Paul list it as an alternative to alcohol? Well, here are a few reasons. Number one, singing feels good. It actually alters our brain chemistry in ways that make us more alert. What do you say? Less, I need that. Less anxious, more relaxed, and optimistic. These effects are cumulative and long-term. One study found that singing increased feelings of well-being even more than talking with a friend about positive life events. Number two, singing makes socializing easier. Group singing has been found to forge social bonds with remarkable quickness, creating an almost instant sense of belonging and togetherness. Boy, we've found that out the past few days. We have people from all over the country and outside this country, and we feel so close and bonded. We have really bonded together. Research shows that people who sing together are better able to work creatively, experience less conflict. Can I get an amen to that? Group singing fosters trust, social cohesion, and cooperation. Number three, singing can be a way to cope with an overwhelming world. While music can obviously provide a valuable break from the stresses of life, active musical participation is much more than escapism. Regular singing actually helps us engage positively with our fallen world. Studies have found that people who sing in choirs have stronger social networks, are less lonely, are more likely to contribute positively to their communities than their non-singing cohorts. But there's more. Singing on a regular basis actually strengthens our immune system and makes us more resistant to some diseases. Singing can have huge benefits on our cardiovascular system. It can make us smarter by strengthening connections within our brains. And several studies indicate it can prevent and even reverse the effects of dementia. The emerging field of music therapy is widely used to treat long-term depression, anxiety associated with aging, mental illness, and traumatic brain injuries. Some studies even suggest that singing might make us better looking. Boy, I need that. by toning our facial muscles, improving our posture. Wow. See, the Apostle Paul knew 2,000 years ago what science is just now catching up. Singing is good for us. And singing does everything that alcohol does, but it strengthens us rather than weakens us. It builds us up rather than tears us down. God never gave us, He never takes away anything without giving us something better.